Hey, howdy. This is a series you haven't seen in a while, huh?
Whoopie-dee scoop, scoop-dee-dee whoop, whoop-dee-scoop-dee poop.
What's up, my Nimrods? It's Gage coming back at you guys again with another dose of that fresh, never frozen Yu-Gi-Oh content. I am elated that you guys would spend just a couple of minutes with me here today, talk about a children's card game we both mutually enjoy so fucking much. So as I said, yeah, this is a series you haven't seen in quite a couple months, but I finally got inspired to make another episode of this series. It turns out a lot of people still enjoy this series, so hey, why the fuck not? I'm adding to it. Today we are adding the third installment of Combogasm, which is the series where I like to take a look either into current Yu-Gi-Oh! Or more likely past Yu-Gi-Oh! And we look at combos that just absolutely defined the game, or just wacky, zany combos in general. Combos. Man, I need to fucking take a linguistics class or something. Is it like linguistics, or is it just like speech class? Like, what's the one that helps me speak better, that helps me enunciate things correctly? I don't know, Doug's the English major, he'll teach me something, I'm sure. Today we're adding to Combogasm, and to kind of play with the thematics of it, I gotta kind of change the lighting color of these two. That's clean. In today's episode of Combogasm, we are diving deep, pun totally intended, into an unlikely pairing of two decks that just happened to work back in a format that was just ridden with Tier 0. We're taking a trip not too far back to when Zodiac absolutely dominated the game. Now, Zodiac has been one of the most notorious Tier 0 decks of all time, just being a deck capable of making incredible advantage plays off of just simply one card alone. Whether it be a Tenki, or a Rat, or a Barrage, you were able to get massive pluses out just on those cards alone. Zodiac also has kind of a strange history in the fact that the combos got only even more broken after a ban list hit them, and Zodiac Ratpier had gone to 2. A lot of people thought the deck was going to be severely hindered, but boy were they wrong. It was really only a short grace period we had between Zodiac Ratpier going to 2, Speedroid Terror Top going to 1, stopping the main power plays with 3 Zodiac Ratpier that were possible, and then also when we got Zodiac Shakanine released in the following set, which just blew the combos out of the water, releasing Lunalight Black Sheep as a combo that just made the deck incredible. So as soon as that ban list had dropped, right before Shakanine had come out, people were scrambling to try to find out if Zodiac combos were still possible. Spoiler alert, they totally were. It was still 100% possible to get that same incredible board of Daigusto Emerald plus Zodiac Trident. Also, a couple draws to help your fancy off of those 1 cards. Wasn't difficult, not too much had changed. And it only became, I'd say, 20 times easier when we got Shakanine in the following set, and people started to play the Black Sheep combo, which gave you even more cards. Why the fuck not? But today we're not talking about those bread and butter Zodiac combos. Actually, I'm going to be talking about an unlikely pairing that I was toying with back in that format that, if I would have played, I would have definitely went for it. It's the pairing of 2 of my favorite decks, and that's the splishy splashy boys themselves, Mermails, plus those Zodiacs we all know and love. I have a really special, incredible combo that I don't think a lot of people are aware was possible. It's pretty much a 1.5 card combo with simply Mermail Abystius plus any water monster that you have to just ditch from your hand. Mermail Abystius had an adorable way to kind of tie itself into a Zodiac engine by actually being able to use Mermail Abystius to somehow make MX Saber Invoker. Well, Gage, how is that possible? What the fuck are you talking about? Let me get the fuck into it. However, the pairing of these 2 decks wasn't actually that popular in the format just because pure Zodiac just happened to be better, being a more consistent version, also freeing up your spots to be able to play more hand traps, or people also opted to play Kaijus. It's whatever you please, you just had a lot of flex points with the deck to do whatever you want with. It was just all around a lot better to play the 3 Ash Blossom, the 3 Ogre, and the 1 Max C, instead of just trying to cram a Mermail engine in the deck. But it worked nonetheless, and it created some actually crazy boards. I'm going to show you guys a crazy combo with just Mermail Abystius, and it's definitely going to make your panties a little bit moist. Let's take it over to Dolan Book. I'll show you what's cooking. Alright, what's happening, guys? So, this is the deck list that I was toying around with. Keep in mind this deck list is built purely in the form that it was from the grace period between Raging Tempest and Maximum Crisis. As you can see, there's no Zodiac Shakanine in this extra drag. Zodiac Shakanine is which made this fusion substitute combo so much more easy to do and made it so much more potent because of the fact that you could just resummon an XYZ monster you used earlier for free and then use it for fusion substitute material. It was pretty good, but before that grace period, actually in that grace period, between that grace period, a lot of combos weren't figured out. A lot of people were still struggling to figure out things. I was one of the first people to actually get the new Zodiac combo for just pure Zodiac up in the air for people to play. But then, as the format started to get figured out, after we got Maximum Crisis, things just got crazy and super simple again. But one of the things I was toying with was Mermails Zodiac, and I found a really crazy combo that a lot of people weren't aware of until Maximum Crisis came out, and it made it a lot easier to do. So this deck list is built purely on that spectacle. As you can see, there's a lot of things that change with this deck list. You obviously would play Lunalight Black Sheep, plus the 2 Fusion Substitute. Some people after Maximum Crisis would play 2 Black Sheep, 2 Substitute to make different combos possible, but with this combo specifically, you only need 1 Black Sheep. The worst card in the deck probably, but you can shuffle it back with Emerald, and that becomes relevant. Zodiac Rapier came to 2 with this ban list, and a lot of people thought that would hinder the combos, but it just made them just a tad bit less potent. You were able to still get draws off them, maybe not as much, but having it at 2 isn't nearly as bad. Now it's at 1, and you can't really do too much with it. Maxi was still legal at 1 in this list. Sad to see it go, but hey, it's gone. And then obviously the extra deck has just been demolished into oblivion here. As you can see, Elder Entity Norden, one of the crux points of this format, one of the most crazy cards just of all time, being paired with Fusion Substitute. Dumb card. That this interaction should have never been made to get the free draw even. And then of course Dryden, Dryden, yeah. Dryden was legal, and you would only play 1 Dryden in this deck because your extra deck space was a little bit tight when you're playing Mermails with it. But Dryden was still legal, Broad Bull was still legal, which made a lot of outside combos possible just because it was a generic search any beast warrior from your deck to your hand. And then Emerald was of course legal. I miss Emerald. Emerald's a great card. So obviously a lot of things with this deck list going on. There's a lot going on, but there's a lot of really cool combos possible, and I'm going to share them with you guys because I think they're just a blast. So this combo I'm going to show you guys is a combo that gets you a Bahamut Shark plus a Totally Awesome, as well as a Dryden plus 3 unknown draws, which is a lot of draws. So I'm going to take you guys over to the match, and I'll show you what's up. So what I have in front of you is that deck list that I showed you, and it's important to note again that this is pre-Maximum Crisis. When Maximum Crisis dropped and we got Shakanine here in TCG, a lot of things became possible with just the pure Zodiac deck, and even this Zodiac deck in general. But I'm going to show you guys that grace period where a lot of things weren't quite concrete. Not everything was figured out with this deck, and I think this is the most powerful combo you could do in between that time. So I'm going to show you guys what we're rocking with. Let's get into it. All you needed is an Abystius plus any water monster. The common pairing with any Abystius is of course Dragoons. They're just butt buddies. They're great. Now if you don't have Dragoons, it's okay, but if you have Dragoons, you can of course get a whole bunch of additional cards off this combo. But I'm going to show you guys the bread and butter if you would just have any random water monster, making it essentially a 1 to 1.5 card combo, if you will. So what you're going to do is you're going to special summon your Abystius by discarding your water monster, whatever it may be, and you're going to add with Abystius from your deck to your hand, you're going to add Mermail Abyss Osha. You're going to add Mermail Abyss Osha to your hand and then use your normal summon to summon Osha. Use Osha's effect to tribute off Teus to summon 2 monsters, I think it's up to 2 or 2 monsters, from your deck that equal its level or less. So we're going to summon Abyss Pike from her deck, which is a level 4, and we're going to summon Abyss Gund from her deck, which is a level 3. That makes 7. Now we're going to use Abyss Osha and Abyss Gund to summon MX Saber Invoker. This card's absolutely insane in Zodiac format because of the reason where you could detach any monster of your pleasing and then summon a Rapier straight from your deck. That's pretty crazy. So when you summon Rapier from your deck, you're going to all go off and do some crazy stuff here by slapping a Boarbow on top of it and then slapping a Broad Bull on top of that. From there, you're going to detach both materials off the Broad Bull using both of its effect, one to add a Beast Warrior from your deck to hand, the other to summon your other copy of Rapier, which was at 2 at the time. So you're going to summon Rapier, and then you're going to add Lunalight Black Sheep from your deck to your hand. You're going to also just discard Lunalight Black Sheep right away to add your Fusion Substitute, so let me get that out of the way. From there, you're going to actually take Mermail Abyss Pike, and you're going to take Zodiac Rapier, and you're going to make Daigusto Emerald. And with Daigusto Emerald's effect, you're going to detach your Zodiac Rapier, and then target a Rapier in your graveyard, target a Black Sheep, and then target any other monster of your pleasing. It doesn't really matter. You could do even like Gund or like Teus back in the deck is not bad, so I'm going to put Teus back in the deck. You're going to shuffle, and then you're going to draw one card. This is going to be our random card counter down here. This is going to be how many random cards you draw. So keep in mind this is a 1-card combo game, because this thing's about to get crazy. You're going to activate your Fusion Substitute, and you're going to send your MX Saber Invoker and your Daigusto Emerald. You're done with both of those cards, and you're going to summon, at the time, one of the most crazy cards ever, Elder Entity Norden. This card definitely should have been banned a lot earlier than it was. But you summon Elder Entity Norden, which sends your Fusion Substitute to graveyard, and then with Norden's effect, you're going to summon Abyss Pike from your graveyard. From there, you're going to take your Zodiac Broadbolt, and you're going to overlay your Zodiac Tiger Mortar on top of that. You're going to activate Tiger Mortar's effect to reattach Rapier from the graveyard, and then you're going to activate Tiger Mortar to detach that Rapier to summon the other Rapier that you just shuffled back into your deck to your field. And then from there, you're going to take your Zodiac Rapier and your Elder Entity Norden. You're going to take those, put them on top of each other, summon another Broadbolt. Because you used the first one where you stacked it by its effect, you can use 2 regular monsters to summon the second one. That's what you do here. You detach your Norden, and then you're going to add the Lunalight Black Sheep that you shuffled back into your deck. You're going to activate that Lunalight Black Sheep, add another Fusion Substitute. So you're playing 2 Fusion Substitute, but it's okay, you're getting free draws off of it. And then from there, you're going to activate this Fusion Substitute, shuffle back that Elder Entity Norden, draw another blank. Now, from there, you're going to activate Fusion Substitute. You're going to send your Tiger Mortar, send your Broadbolt, and resummon that Elder Entity Norden to the field. That Norden's going to summon a Rapier from your graveyard. You're going to take these 2 jabronis, soup them up into your Bahamut Shark, and you're going to activate Bahamut Shark, detaching specifically Norden so we can get that additional draw. We're going to summon Totally Awesome in attack position, and with our Rapier here, we're going to just slap a Dryden on top of that. And then we're going to activate that Fusion Substitute, put that back, draw a 3rd card. So that's the combo. That's the bread and butter combo. There's obviously a lot of extenders. If you have Aqua Spirit in your hand, you can do so much more with this. You can actually summon 2 Toads, Bahamut Shark, and a Dryden, which is just crazy. And then also, of course, if you have Shakanite in the game, a lot of things would be easier with this. You, of course, would probably be able to have a Dryden with more material. You'd also probably be able to have another Toad. I think there's another combo floating around the sphere with that, but this is just what I was toying with at that time in that format when I was heavily invested. And this is a combo that I don't think was actually discovered really quickly in that kind of grace period between Maximum Crisis and the other set that was released. I think Raging Tempest was prior to that. So we had all the tools to make this combo, but nobody played it, and people were scrambling to try to figure out other combos they could play with their original Zodiac frame. I personally love the whole premise of this deck. This is probably 100% if I was actually to play in the format, to purchase cards, I would absolutely play this deck. This deck's an absolute blast to play, and just the crazy things you can do off of, like I said, the 1 Mermail Abystius, which is now back in the deck. Lots of things you can do. 3 cards, plus a Negate off of Totally Awesome, plus a Zodiac Trident Pop. It's kind of crazy off of 1.5 cards. Maybe that's just me. So yeah, some weird things like that were possible with Zodiac form, and that's just because Zodiac was such a powerful engine on its own, and being a card like Zodiac Barrage was actually in existence, you didn't really have to toy with too much to actually incorporate it into most any deck. If your deck wasn't home to a really beefy extra deck that had a lot of important cards to it, you could actually just cram the Zodiac engine into most decks just because of how small it was, and it could, at most, just draw you a couple cards deeper into your deck. And also leave Zodiac Dryden, which that's not a bad card if you ask me. I still hope we see the day where Broadbolt and Dryden come back to 1. I can't wait. I love Dryden. I think that card still belongs at 1, but hey, you did hear it from me. I want that to happen. Let me know what you guys think of this crazy Mermail Zodiac combo. Did you think it actually had a chance back in that format, or do you think I was just toying with too much and making too many things possible? I'd love to hear what you guys think. That being said, if you guys liked the video, be sure to like the video, thumbs up the video. I want to express to you enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I'm uploading regularly, and it feels pretty good if you want to support me like that. So hit that button, ring that bell, jiggle my wiggle. I don't know, man. That being said, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and definitely subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Nim Nim, signing out.